We're a nonprofit organization, and the films that we make, they're like, they're short animated films. They're more like picture books come to life. We just tell the true stories of real people in history, in Black history, that you don't hear about.
How'd you get the ball rolling while bringing that to life?
My mother had a big part in making this come to be. The library where she worked, heading the Black Resource Center, she shared stories that she found really fascinating. Specifically, the one that was the impetus for everything was the Henry Box Brown story. You know, an enslaved man who literally mailed himself to freedom in a box. And I just thought that was the most incredible thing I had ever heard. And there's so much for us to take from that and I think for children, about determination and about facing obstacles and looking at obstacles differently, looking at this as an opportunity to do something great.
I remember learning about the Martin Luther Kings and Frederick Douglass, Harriet Tubman in school, but the list was kind of short.
I've learned from visiting schools and talking to teachers that they're very limited on time and very limited on resources. That's just how it goes. And so it's kind of like there were some stories that were decided upon that were the stories that would take care of that curriculum. But there are just a wealth of stories out there for everyone. They're not just for Black children, they're not just for Black people. They're for everybody to learn from. And there's so much about our advancements, so many contributions that we don't realize or recognize come from African Americans. We did the Janet Collins story, the first Black prima ballerina. She was asked by the Russian ballet to dance at a time when it was completely unprecedented. And she said no, because they asked her to do it in whiteface, but she persisted and she paved the way. She opened the door for Misty Copeland.
You've got a lot of star power in this Sweet BlackBerry series.
When I was writing the first story, The Journey of Henry Box Brown, partway through writing it, Alfre Woodard's voice literally came into my head and it wouldn't go away. I met her, and not just as an actress, but as a woman, she's a phenomenal person.
I want to tell you a story.
Will Smith was the one who suggested I reach out to Queen Latifah.
Some think you're just dreaming. Mind floating up high?
She's close to Will and Jada and liked the project. And Chris Rock, I just knew he would get the story of Janet Collins.
That she had a favorite, and that was ballet.
How do you plan to instill those values and to pass on that legacy that your mom taught you?
Part of what got Sweet BlackBerry going in the first place was me realizing that, I'm going to have to supplement my kids' education, because in the schools they're not teaching them all these great stories. And what I want to do with Sweet BlackBerry is I want to teach these stories, share these stories with everyone. But I do think that it's really wonderful for children to be able to take a look at these stories and see somebody who looks like them.
We all know you as Hillary Banks.
Am I being punished for something?
When you mentioned media playing an important role, when you were, a child, breaking into the acting business, what did you see? What was it like for you going out on auditions?
There were fewer roles, but there was a real great sisterhood, I have to say. I went to high school with Holly Robinson, and so Holly was already acting at the time when I started auditioning, and Holly was great because she saw me and she just, grabbed a hold of me and she started introducing me to everybody.
You are biracial. Your mom is Black, your father's white.
Yeah.
Did you ever feel like, okay, I got to pick a side?
I didn't feel that way. I felt sometimes other people thought I was supposed to do that, which was just so stupid to me all the time. It was just like, well, I'm just me. I'm just what I am, I'm Black. I'm also, I'm white. I'm both of these things. I look just like my dad.
How is it like being on the set with Will Smith, shooting Prince of Bel-Air every day? I know you still keep in touch with your castmates?
Oh, yeah.
Listen to me, Will. You can't tell Mom and Dad.
We're like family. We went through something very special and very life-altering, I think, together, and that lasted for 6 years on air. But it was a big experience for all of us, and we also were kind of crazy about each other from day one. We were fortunate that way. We were really, really, what you see, that energy of people that are laughing and having a great time together, and the bloopers and all that, that was all completely real.
And you were close with your TV dad, James Avery. He passed away.
Before you get your mojo working.
He was a huge Black history buff. I didn't realize how much he directly influenced me doing Sweet BlackBerry.
Isn't that interesting, though, how people come into your life and they leave this mark, and in some ways they lead you to whatever next steps.
I didn't realize it while he was alive.